It is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Check. Big rip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson.
Let's go.
Still first down.
On the ready. Mike, 34. All day, dog.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to Von Miller. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So out come the Raiders. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step.
And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Ryan Grant there to make the grab. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the
15 line. 15 line. Let's go. 5.
They start the drive with Martin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? And
the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Adam Gotsis, the awesome. Well, week one finally wrapping up here tonight, but more football coming your way Thursday night. It'll be the Buccaneers and Panthers in an early season NFC South battle in Charlotte. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 11 yards there, first down. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh! Get it!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught, right side, Gresham. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
51. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Snap.
The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to...
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play each and every week.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. I don't think you got it, son. Now.
They'll set up to throw. Pass incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Check safety, check safety. X3, 218, chopper. 2.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy time.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd and long. This one complete to Gresham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again. 3rd down here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw here. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for points, but the D got home, brought him down. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
2nd and 13. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me...
On the ready. Mike 34, Mike 34. Check tight.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 43.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games counting out, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. You're gonna blitz, pass it. Got on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen,